So if you haven't been able to notice throughout my channel, I'm a bit of a fan of Danganronpa. I really enjoy the art style, the gameplay and the characters, and just everything in general seems quite pleasing. And I've always wanted to make a few videos like this, which is why today I'm talking about my top 7 Danganronpa 1 characters. For this video I'm going to just be taking my 7 most favourite characters and ranking them from least favourite to favourite. Not every character is going to be spoken about, just the 7 I like the most. And because Monokuma is more of a mascot rather than a character, that's just my opinion, Monokuma won't be appearing on the list. Even though I do find Monokuma extremely entertaining and a great part of the game overall. Now with this list, I'm just going to be talking about what I like the most about these characters, from their plot, their characteristics, and just their impact on the game. And this is all completely my own opinion, so if a character you like isn't on this list, please let me know why you think they should be on this list. And if you enjoy what you see, don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And with all that being said, let's begin. Coming in at number 7 is Kiyotaka Ishimaru. Now there's a few reasons I enjoy Ishimaru overall. He's the first comic relief character introduced in the whole series basically, that isn't Monokuma. He's also quite stern and quite an interesting character overall. Having a background as the grandson of the Japanese Prime Minister, he felt obligated to become better than what he was. However, what I like about Ishimaru is just how socially awkward he is overall. He's very loud, he's very stern, but he's also a very pleasant person to be around, and seeing him die was very disappointing. He also had a great friendship with Mondo Owada, one that was very, very strange. A basic opposites attract sort of thing. And it was really sad to see him actually defend Mondo, only to find out that Mondo was actually guilty of killing Chihiro. It was just an interesting part of his character, of how he broke down and then he just strangely brought himself back up in his own way as becoming Kyondo Ishida. It was never really a dull moment with Ishimaru, and that's kind of the reason he's on this list. Number 6 is one of the 6 survivors, believe it or not. It's Allie Asahina, the ultimate swimmer. Now the reason I like Allie Asahina so much is because she's the most realistic character. She's definitely the most believable character, and she has one of the most interesting plots in the story. When the closest friend she made, Sakura Ogami, commits suicide, Asahina is driven by revenge, and she does whatever it takes to make sure that she gets justice because she felt so alone. What I like the most about Asahina is just that kindness she has in her. A lot of people make comments about how she should have died in the new animation, but I disagree. It would have been good for shock value, but it would have been so weird just having someone survive just to die. But also, she's just so cute. Easily the cutest of the lot. I don't care what anyone says, Asahina is #1 girl in DR1. Fight me. Fight me now. Coming in at number 5 might be a bit of a shock to people, but it's the protagonist Makoto Naegi. Now there are reasons he's on the list, but there's also reasons he's not higher on the list. Let's talk about the pros first. Like Asahina, he's a very believable character. He's calm, he's understanding, and he's quite a clever character. Naegi gives off that vibe of an underdog, and that's something that everyone enjoys about Naegi. He's just been thrown into a crazy situation with no advantage whatsoever. Despite being the ultimate lucky student, he couldn't be any unluckier. He's in a killing game. Now there are also reasons as to why he's not higher on the list. The main reasons are that the other characters just interested me more, and the biggest issue with Naegi is he's too plain. He's a very average looking protagonist design wise. Not that that's a problem, that's kind of what they were going for, but I feel like he's more of a stepping stone or a building block for other protagonists such as Hinata, Akamatsu and Saihara. He's still a good character, don't get me wrong, it's just the other 4 on the list interest me a lot more. Coming in at number 4 is the love interest, Kyoko Kirigiri. Now this one's actually quite a surprise to me. Originally I thought she would be higher on my list, but then I realised no, there are better characters than her. In my own opinion, that is. First of all, she's the most intelligent character out of all of them. She's cold, distant, and she's kind of badass at points. She's also very honest and very perceptive. Until Naegi steps up, she's kind of the one that everyone needs to look out for. She also has a very interesting story, such as having an unknown talent, her relationship with the academy, and just the fact that she doesn't seem to fit in with everyone else. Yeah, I mean that. We have serial killers and characters that look like they belong to Street Fighter, and she still stands out more than most. Now for the dislikes. The only reason she's not higher on the list is because I just really didn't like her in Chapter 4. I understand she was annoyed at Naegi for not telling her what was going on, but the way she continued just seemed like a bit of a brat. That's the only reason she's not higher on the list. I just really didn't like her in Chapter 4. Number 3 is easily the black sheep of the group, and that is Genocide Jill. For those wondering, no, I'm not including Toko Fukawa in this, it's just her alter ego Genocide Jill, or Genocide Jack, or Genocide Show, call her whatever you want guys, she's crazy, and that's what I love about her. With some of the more entertaining characters dying early, such as Ishimaru and Yamada, it's really nice to have Genocide Jill pop in and out now and then. She's very entertaining. There isn't a dull moment with this character, there really isn't. The highlight is when she meets the mastermind, who we all know is Junko Enoshima, but I just love how she just bursts in and out. That's all I can really say, to be honest. She's just a fun character. She also adds that really scary feel that a serial killer is actually among you. I mean, it'd be too obvious to make the serial killer the culprit in one of the trials, but there's always that little twist. There's always that little sense of, what if she actually did kill someone? Sorry Togami, but it would probably be you. Number 2 is my guilty pleasure, and that is Celestia Ludenberg. Now I know what you're thinking. How dare I put this evil creature on this list? And that is exactly why I put her on this list. She is fantastic. She is delightfully evil, and just really, really fun. The ultimate gambler is responsible for not 1, but 2 deaths in this game. She also starts the theme of killing 2 people in the 3rd chapter, which continues in the 2nd game and the 3rd. But to talk about Celestia is quite difficult with the way you word it. She's a challenge. She really believes that she can win, but she's also very adaptable despite the fact that she was driving herself mad. But the best thing about it is we didn't know until she was actually found guilty. There was always a dangerous feel towards her, like you just felt you should not cross her in any way imaginable. And that was proven correctly the way she manipulated the 3rd chapter in the game. And honestly, chapter 3 is actually my favourite chapter in the 1st game. The way you run around when the murders are occurring in the 3rd chapter is all because of her, and it makes you think. Even though the 1st game is a lot easier than the 2 that follow, you can't deny that this made you think, how the hell did all this happen? And you know why? Because she was a very manipulative, evil creature that just wanted a house full of vampires. That was her motive as well. That was so funny to me. I mean, when you think about it, it's just so out of character, but even the most weirdest and darkest and evil characters can have that sort of amusement towards you in this game. And that's what I love about Celeste. It's so out there, her motive. It's like, that's why 2 people died? Just so you could be rich? I mean, her execution was very, very brutal as well. Being crushed to death by a fire engine, moments before being burnt to death. I don't know which one I prefer. I'm kidding, the fire truck. But well done, Celeste. You've eviled your way into my heart, and now you're at number 2. Which is nothing compared to number 1. Celeste may have been an evil, manipulative demon, but she was nowhere as big an asshole as Byakuya Togami. That's right, my number 1 pick is Byakuya Togami, and here's why. You never would have expected Byakuya to turn out to be an anti-hero, but he kind of is in a way. Byakuya is immediately your rival from the beginning. He has a very antagonistic feel towards everyone else, and he has a very high opinion of himself. It continues throughout the whole game. Even when he decides to turn the other cheek and become a good guy, he's still an asshole, and that's what I love about him. He is who he is. He believes his own I mean, he is a very prideful character, but he just continues to be that way because that's how he's been raised. Through his free time events, you realize that he doesn't believe it because he just feels entitled. He actually worked to become the heir of his family. I mean, there are moments I wanted to punch him in the face. You go, Hina. But that's the good thing about a character. They make you emote. They make you want to respond to something. Togami really does make you feel more than anything. And it's not bad emotions either. When I was annoyed, I knew something was going to bite him in the arse. And it did in a great way. It made him learn, it made him develop. And that's what I like the most as well. Just character development. And I know it's hard for every character to develop, especially when they're all going to die at some point. But it felt really accomplishing, especially when he survived the killing game. He actually came out of the killing game as a better person, as they all did. With the exception of Hagakure, he's just still a bum. But I definitely felt more with Togami than I did with most of the other characters. He went through just as much as everyone else, but it just showed more in small glimpses. And to that I say congratulations, Togami, you are my #1 character of Danganronpa 1. And there we have it, guys, that's my top 7 characters. What did you think? Please let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe if you already haven't. More videos like this will be appearing soon, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. I will be covering more subjects like this from my top favourite Danganronpa 2-3 characters, as well as trials, killings, etc. Even my least favourite characters, because I know that's what you all really want to know. But that's it from me, guys. Have a great day and cheerio!